throughout my work with organisations, I won't mention the organisations, but manufacturing type organisations or the emergency services, where you've got proper men, from a social engineering background, and to watch them walk into my office, and you can see their eyes are red, and they've got so much cortisol, which is your stress hormone, in them. You can see it, the neck's red and the clammy, and this guy needs a good cry. That's what you think. And you think, okay, how am I going to press this button so he has a good cry? And then he'll be embarrassed for a little bit. Then he'll realise his world didn't end, and actually it was, and he felt better. So then we can start really then moving on. And they do. And I've had a lot of guys say to me over the years, do you know what, Al? I used to take the fucking piss out of depression. I didn't even think it exists. And now they're in the middle of the dark bit of it, and I'll say, well, eat humble pie. It's okay. We're a set of chemicals at the end of the day, and whether it starts off psychological and ends up biological, or starts off biological and ends up psychological, it's cyclic. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, crying's a strange experience.
Do you cry?
Again, I try not to.
Right.
It's just natural to not cry.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like a little cry occasionally, but it's strange. I think now I've become probably more comfortable crying in front of guys than I have women.
Yeah.
It's strange. Things are always changing. And it's funny what you said about, if you look back 10 years about some of the advice that you were giving out, you'd probably be a bit... Yeah. I'm like that from 6 months ago, because things change.
Yeah.
I'm really okay with that. I'm okay with changing my mind on stuff.
Yeah.
But going back to this tear thing, it's... one, it's a sign that you're starting to feel things. So I can listen to music now and cry.
Yeah. Yeah, music's excellent.
Yeah, just the lyrics and...
Yeah.
But again, I'm like, well, is this healthy, or am I just using this to fuel some form of depression? Because I love my Johnny Cash dark lyrics, because they make me feel something.
Yeah.
But they also make me think about the past too.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether that's healthy or what, but I do it.
Yeah.
And I want to do it.
Yeah. And
I don't question whether it's good. I just want to.
Yeah.
But I think there's a bit of victim mentality still lingers around in my life.
Right. What do you mean?
Well, I don't want to move on entirely, because
right,
it's a bit like you say. That's quite a warm place.
Yeah.
That depression, that cynical outlook on life is quite warm.
Yeah.
There's some certainty in there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So to break free of that,
yeah,
even the concept of being happy is like, well, there's some resistance there to be happy.
Yeah.
Because it's all I've known.
Yeah.
That's my work.
Yeah.
I love talking about pain.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
It is. And I guess the two psychologists that wrote the paper that got me realising that mild depression is normal, they put a sentence in it, I think a bit of humour, but they put that, therefore, mild depression is reality and happiness is a delusion.
Yeah.
And then every now and again, we come out of our delusion when we go through loss or something, see reality, grieve, and then run off back to our happiness.
That's incredible. You're right. So many people chase happiness, and you're right. I've never linked the two words illusion and happiness.
Yeah.
And most people's version of happiness is an illusion. It's a life without problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that doesn't exist, and nor should it, because imagine a life without no problems. It means that there's nothing in your life worthy of having.
Yeah.
The depression that you're talking about was because you had a mum that you loved.
Yeah. Yeah. But who would give that up?
Yeah.